This video will describe the process by which you take Tinkercad projects and load them, multiple projects, onto the MakerBot Cloud Print platform to print out several projects at a time. I don't know if this is the fastest way to do it, but this is the way that I go about it. So I start with having two tabs open, Tinkercad with my classes and MakerBot Cloud Print, which can be found online. So I go to the class that I want to choose projects from, and then I go to the individual. Now in this case, I'm going to be loading a couple keychains onto the build plate. So you would select the project that you want. I usually go through Tinker this instead of straight to download. I download from here. It does take a couple extra seconds, but it allows me to correct any little mistakes that might be there. You go to export. This one looks pretty good. You download the file as STL, and now that file has been downloaded. So I'm going to go back out to the dashboard, select the next student. Here's Kennedy's keychain. I usually just give it a once over to make sure everything looks good. Export. And back out again. And I'm going to do one more. So we'll check out Madison's project. Give it a once over, make sure nothing's below the plane. Export, STL. Okay, so now I have 3 projects that have been downloaded. I mean, with these keychains, you can probably do up to a dozen on a build plate. I go back to MakerBot Cloud Print. I've turned on the second of my 3D printers. So I'll go to Print Preparation. Up here, you might have to play with the settings a little bit, depending on what filament you're using. I'm actually using tough with no support. And then you go over here to Import, File, and they should load up in a moment. There they are. So I'm going to go ahead and just select all of these. Okay, and you can arrange these on the build plate how you see fit. If I'm doing 3 at a time, I usually just leave them where they are. If I'm doing multiple, you might have to move them around to really make the most of your space. At this point, if my correct printer is there, I like the filament selection. I go to Print over here on the right. And then click Start Print. And that is pretty much the process. If you want to go back out to Management, Workspace Management, this just shows that the files have been downloaded and the job is in the process of printing. I can hear my printer already raising the build plate, although it's not showing it on the screen just yet. And that's it. Hope that helps.